when it's safe, release your foot brake.
Oh, so it's got one of the US type ones.
All Mercedes have here, unless like the AMGs, and then they're down here. But all the A classes, GLEs, they're all the column shift. Okay, so here we're in comfort mode when we're at level 0. Now that's ideal for driving on the roads. This dial here, if you turn this 2 clicks to the right, that will put us in off-road mode. There you go. That's taking us to off-road mode. What's that going to do? That's going to higher the car up. It's going to give us a little bit more ground clearance. That'll take us to level 1 when that picture changes. There you go. It takes you to level 1. Level 1's not quite high enough for our course. So front dial here, if you turn that 1 click to the right, that's it, that'll take you to level 2. So level 2 is highlighted. When the yellow arrows get there, it'll go blue. We know we've got enough ground clearance to get onto the course. Now there's one more setting to change when we get here to handover point, and that's to put the car in what we call low range. Now low range keeps the speed down on the car. So obviously off-roading is not about speed at all. It's all about going around slowly and controlled.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this one you need it in neutral. So the gear stick, very gently tap it up and it goes into neutral. Okay? And then if you press the button that says low range, there's the bing, it tells us it's on now. Okay? And the parking button is here on the end of the gear stick.
Click that.
So if I push that in, it now puts it into park. I know I can take my foot off the brake, the car can't move off. Okay? So come on round this side. Shut the door behind you as you get out. Now remember, you're not going to be using your left foot at all for this. So put your left foot over on the post, get your bum right back in that seat, and put your right foot to your brake. Heel on the floor, heel on the floor. Always heel on the floor when you're driving, that's it. Hold on to your steering wheel. Just that little bit.
There's all sorts of tech on it, this is amazing.
Yeah, on this one there is. Okay, pop your seat back. Oh, this is the parking brake here. So when we go to move off in a moment, and I say pull the parking brake out, you just put your fingers behind there and pull that one out, okay?
It's like in the American cars, they have all this in the American cars.
Right, so we're going to take it round between those 2 blue cones to get onto the track. So, no, not yet, into drive. So downwards into drive. Push it down. That's neutral, all the way down, taking that all the way. That's it, you can feel it sort of judding into gear there. Okay? Just check around, make sure it's all safe, and if it is, you can now release the parking brake and release your foot brake. That's it. And then we're going to steer it round between the 2 blue cones there. No gas. Now as we go down the gully here, we're going to keep all 4 wheels in the bottom of the gully.
Obviously not on the sides.
Yeah, no, don't go at the sides.
It's going to be a really bad idea doing that.
Straighten up. Thing is, people go up the side, then they go on the grass, ruin the grass. This side we don't own, it goes through algae, so they moan about us going up that side. So that's it. Just a little bit of gas now along here. It's nice and flat. You can get up to 10 miles an hour on here because it's nice and flat. We don't want to get any higher than that because we've got the low range button on. And low range wants you to keep your speed down, because what happens if you go too many revs, gives it too many gas rather, and goes too fast, what it'll do is lower the car down to its original 0 height. Keep going, keep going. Don't touch the paddles. Whatever you do, do not touch the paddle. It messes up the whole system down here. All right. So just turn your steering wheel as normal.
I could use the paddles today. But...
Sorry.
I was really hoping I could use them today, but I guess not. I guess it'll be after.
Sometimes we do just to hold it in a first gear, in a manual first gear. But you can't use them on the course. It messes all the settings on the car. You wouldn't let them do an off-roading.
Does this gate automatically open?
Yes, yes. Okay, so as we go through, first thing you're going to see is the rocks in the road.
So I go.
Okay, and we're going to go. We're going to go over them. We're off-roading, so we want to go over them.
Oh no!
You don't want to go round things off-roading. You've got to make a nice bumpy ride. So no gas now. Move your foot completely away. Put it flat on the floor. Flat on the floor. Foot flat on the floor. That's it. If you leave your foot hovering above the pedals, the bounce of these rocks is going to make you touch your pedal. And then you'll give it gas when you don't need to.
where the other camera is. Is the other camera outside of the car?
No, it's here.
Oh, no.
So it's here inside. So it's picking up everything you're saying as well. So no screaming.
I won't. I like driving. I've been on a go-kart before. It's been a bit of a bumpy course.
That's it. Follow it round to your right. Steer it round more. That's it. And then you can use a little bit of gas. Steer around more though first. Steer. Get your steering sorted first. Then you can use your gas. That's it. Okay, next corner we're going to take it round to the right. As you go round to the right, what I want you to do is try and keep your wheels, your side of the car, really close to the grass. Okay? And as we go round, we're going to go round on a bit of a side slant there.
Oh, no, I feel like I'm going to roll it now. I hope I don't.
There's nothing on the course that is dangerous or maxed out yet. So as long as you keep the speeds, these sensible speeds that I'm trying to keep you at now,
so
nothing's dangerous at all.
About up to 10 miles an hour?
No, 5 on the course, round to your right. So we don't go above 5-6 miles an hour on the course at all. That's it. Keep your steering there and stop there on the foot brake. Keep steering there, stop. Stop your car. That's it. Okay, so this shows you how much you're steering here. Okay, so if you steer back to your left until it says 0, 0 means you've got straight wheels. If you go slightly to your left now, you've got minus numbers. So minus numbers means your wheels are facing left. Ordinary numbers mean they're facing right. When you've got a 0, you're straight. Okay, this shows you how much pressure you're putting on your brakes. You're pressing your brake quite hard. Just release your brake a little bit, but the car stays still. There you go. That just changes your pressure on your brake. Vice versa, when you use gas, it comes up the other way in yellow. This shows you the lean to the left.
It's only 11%.
Okay, so it's 11, yeah. That shows you your left and right leans. The car's capable of doing 35. At 36, it'll tip over. Okay, so we're perfectly all right there. And this shows you your angles for going up hills and down hills.
So it's 1%.
Okay, yeah. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the end of this grass bank and then we're going to turn left where this navy blue car's coming out of. So we'll just sit still for a moment. We don't use any signals on this course at all because they can be really misleading. Okay, so it's just give and take. Now release your foot brake, don't use any gas at all. So the only time we use a signal is if we're sitting still and we're at a junction waiting for someone to come past, we can tell them where we're going. As you go round to your left, keep it wide because there are some rocks in the end of the grass here.
Oh, I see.
That's it, round to your left lots.
So,
all the way round.
There.
Keep going round to your left. That's it. Straightening up, a little bit of gas and we'll take the road to the left. So see another car will just stop for you and there's always another road you can take if we come across another car.
So this course was built to be like that then?
Yes, yeah. So anything flat where we are like now, go to the far side then turn right. It's all free for all, we can all go any way we like.
So do I go right?
No, we're going to the end and turn right here.
Oh, okay.
So it's free for all this course, we can all go any way we like round. Anything that's got a steep hill, we know it's only one way over and we'd only take you over one way. And then we're going to go straight ahead down that left
It's
lane.
a very good off-roading car, I must say. Because sometimes my dad says some of these SUV things are not built for this. But
these can actually do it, believe it or not.
well, I'm definitely going to believe it now that they can do it because I'm on the course doing it.
Yeah, I've got to admit, when I first started working I was quite surprised because these look quite a pretty off-road car, but they can actually do what they're meant to do as well.
They can take quite a beating over those rocks.
So we're going to take it over to the right corner over there. So if you steer right and then it takes us over to the corner.
Over there?
Yeah, where we'll find 2 lanes. And we're going to take the first lane to the left.
How much would it be to lease one of these? Because I'm just wondering.
I'm just a driving instructor. I have nothing to do with any
Because I actually really
prices of anything.
I really like these.
Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm hiring it up to level number 3 now. It's just we've got a bit more ground clearance underneath. Then we're going to take it round to the right here.
Oh, I thought we were going straight on that bit. That bit looks fun.
It's just a few bumps, there's nothing really there. So take it round to your right. There's 2 wooden beams here you're going to try and balance on.
Oh,
So you've got to try and line your car up.
Oh no,
with the 2 wooden beams.
I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible at maths.
Your way a bit, slow it down. Straighten up.
I probably haven't balanced.
Yeah,
these.
you're on. The front wheels are on. You've done it. Keep the back wheels on.
Oh, that.
Yeah, you've done it. Round to your right slightly. And then we'll get over these dyno steps that are here.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
And we're going to follow that silver car round to the right.
That did not sound nice.
Round to your right. Right, that's it.
That did not sound... That bump did not sound nice.
Oh, it's only the tyre slipping off, don't worry. No closer, keep your distance. So we'll wait to see where the car in front goes before we make a decision. Slow down, he's got brake lights on. We don't want to be going any closer to him. So the second the car in front puts brake lights on, you must come off your gas, or if you're not using your gas, at least touch your brake so that you keep going at the same speed as them, not catching up. Okay, they're going to go off to the left, so we're going to go straight ahead towards that mound. As we get to the mound, we're going to go up over the mound and up over that little hill.
Yes.
Alright. Now, you're going to need a little bit of gas to help it up the hill. But when we get to the top of the hill, we need to stop. We can't come down the other side. Okay? The reason for that is there could be a car the other side. So we need to make sure it's safe before we come down.
So this is a little bit like sort of like an off-road driving test then.
Yeah. So straighten up your way. Straighten up. Don't come off the course side. That's it. Ready to brake. Stop there. Stop. Stop. That's it. Okay, so we're going to come on down nice and slowly. Keep your steering wheel straight. Using your brake just a little bit at a time. Come down nice and slowly. Slower, 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 slower.
It's like this.
That's it. Just nice and controlled. Lovely. Well done. Then we're going to steer it round to the left.
I thought they might have gone the off-road there, you bit there. What's a bit? Whoops, sorry.
So let's just see how many people are up the gully at the moment. Right, it's too many there. So head towards that water. Just before you get to the water, we'll turn right.
Here?
No, keep going just before you get to the water. And there's a turn in here to the right. That's it. We'll take that one there. So this one's a log run. Don't need any gas on this one. Just let the car go over on its own.
So does this happen in a real car, not a dual control?
Off your gas, off your gas, off your gas.
Just go over itself?
Yes, an automatic car. An automatic car will always move on its own. Even like a manual car, you've just been moving it without touching the gas, haven't you? So as soon as you put it in gear, parking sensors, don't turn them off. As soon as you put it in first gear and get it in second gear, you don't need necessarily gas. Keep your steering wheel straight, that's it. So when we get to, we'll just follow the grass edge round to the right here. But all automatic cars will always move on their own.
I think I'm starting to prefer automatics.
So a little bit of gas, that's it.
Right.
Just take it round. Then we'll go second road on the right. So not this first one, but the next one. That's it, round to your right here. Well, when all the cars go electric, obviously that's the way they're going to go. They're all going to be automatic, aren't they?
Oh, I don't like electric cars. Electric cars are boring. They don't have any engine sound to them.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of people run over because you don't get that sound in car parks or anything?
Probably.
So we're going to go, let's go out to the right there. There's still a few people.
Right.
Yeah, and I want to go up the gully there, but there's still a few people up there. I don't want to sit on
that bit?
Yeah, no, the V gully. There's just got to see how many people are waiting there to go up the top.
I can see what, there's one car, I can see, yeah, he's going there as well.
Somebody's in the queue. Yeah, it won't be time to go that way. Okay, we'll go straight ahead here. White car's coming towards us. So just stop here. Stop. That's it. Stop. Then it's obvious where you want to go because your car's pointing that way.
I think as a first car, I'd definitely like to have a Mercedes.
Is your first car?
Yeah, it's my first car or second car.
That's it. Then you can head on down.
Oops. I actually really like these. Is there anyone? Do you ever do the Mercedes pickup trucks on here?
They do the G-Wagon.
Oh, because I'd really like to drive one of the Mercedes pickup trucks. They look really nice.
Under 17s can only drive these ones on here, That's it, keep it going, we'll go straight ahead.
I'll wait for him.
No, you can keep going. You're going straight ahead, that's it, he's coming to the end of the road, so he's going to wait. That's it, just follow the road ahead.
How fast am I going? I can't see how fast I'm going. The speedo's there. Yeah, this isn't miles per hour. So go straight
Just
ahead.
keep going, yeah. Yes, you don't really want to look at your speedo, and that's why it's gone missing out the middle of the car. So it's gone missing from the automatic bit, because we're in level 3 now.
How many gears do these have?
Level 3, hang on, let me explain. Level 3 would only keep you at a low speed. Would want you to be at a low speed because of the height you've got the car at the moment. So it should be just literally very, very little bit of gas, if any at all, at level 3, you see. So that's why the speedo's gone from the middle, and it's just telling you, it's probably telling you maximum speed of 12 miles an hour, isn't it?
It can't go any faster
Yeah.
than that.
What
otherwise
happens if you go above
lower
that,
it.
it'll drop it down.
It'll drop it down to 0.
Yeah.
What happens if I... Is -1 like performance?
Yes, yeah, sport mode. Okay, we're going to take it round to the right here. So just follow the road round to the right, what we call the cross axle.
So how many gears do these have?
I don't know, to be honest. We only ever sort of stays in 2 and 3rd gear for when we drive them.
Because I think...
I've only ever driven it on this sort of course and down the railway. I've never driven it out on a road or anything.
I'm going up here.
Yeah, that's it.
This doesn't look nice at all.
So no gas till we get stuck. Straightening the steering wheel. Okay.
It's
And
stuck.
just a little bit of gas, just a little bit. No, hold it there, hold it there. You're giving it too much gas. Gently on the gas. Okay, gently, gently.
Oh.
That's it. Now just a little bit more at a time. Just keep it going, but gently. As soon as the car moves, come off your gas. A little bit more, 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 a little bit more. Steer to the right slightly. Off the gas. That's it.
That was
So there you go.
scary.
You've got your experience of being on 2 wheels there.
On 2 wheels?
Yeah, so as it flipped down, you'd have been on 2 wheels there. That's it. Come
My
over
friend's
to,
bragging about him
come over to
power,
the left
power
side.
sliding a Jaguar.
That's it. Let them come down, and we're going to turn right where they are. So just bring yourself to a stop here. Stop here. Stop here. That's it, and then we're going to turn right here.
Here.
That's it. This one's called less gas, less gas.
This is called the
Elephant steps. This is.
elephant steps. So are these bigger than the dino steps?
Yeah, and there's more of less gas. Just a little bit at a time to get over each step. So lower your gas pedal nice and gently. Gently, you give it loads at once. Just a little tiny bit of time, just to edge it over.
But these have the traction control on or off?
Ease off the gas. Yeah, it's on. Ease off your
It's
gas.
on. I thought
You're
you-
giving it a little bit too much gas. You want to be going over these at a really, really slow pace. Okay, we're going to take the road straight ahead.
Here.
That's it.
Oh, that
That was the queue to come down there. So we the thing is, if you queue to come down there, you spend all your driving time sat in that queue, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I actually want to
So
drive
it's
them.
better just to do some more stuff, but keep it going.
I think next time I do one of these, I'm definitely going to do it in an automatic because
They only do this in automatic.
I meant like as in the. when I
Oh, the
did
first drive.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the off-road bit. Sorry. I don't know if you're. Keep following round to your left. If you're planning on coming back again, your manual drive, work with that, because that's what you want to learn to drive in,
So I'm
isn't
going
it?
here.
That's it, yeah. You want to take, when you take your driving licence, you want to take a manual driving
Yeah, so
licence,
you,
don't you?
because then you can drive
So-
both.
There's no point you doing an automatic drive here, because that's just gonna, you can already steer. You've just driven this, you can drive this fine. You want to progress and go to the next stage.
So
So keep with the manual, don't go backwards. Keep them. I know it's fun driving automatic,
Yeah.
but you can do that in years to come. Years to come. Go round towards the pedal and then we'll turn right, and you'll see another
There.
pedal to go through.
So there.
You'll see another pedal. Go to the next pedal as well. So just keep going through the pedal and you'll see another one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
any chance you get a driving now, between now and turning 17, go for what you want to do to get your licence. So go for a manual car, and that's giving you more experience of changing gears and things. So what I would say to you, you want to go on with those gears, you want to get up into 3rd, 4th gear. We've only done 1st and 2nd today, and you was really getting it. You was getting the pulling away really nicely. So if you come back here again, what my suggestion to you would be, book an hour manual rather than the best place up the hill there. Book an hour manual. And in that time, you'd be up into 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th gear. And you go on a bigger track if you're doing out as well. So there's a much bigger
I've
track
got the
the other
track
side.
over there.
It won't be the north circuit, it goes around the outside of where the AMGs go. That's it. Stop at the top so you can see it's safe. Stop. And then come down really slowly again, like you've done that last hill.
So am I doing the water?
We're going to go through the water, but slower as you come down. Really, really slowly.
So
Nice
I'd be
and
doing...
controlled. You wouldn't be on that track then, no. That's AMGs. You'd be going around the outside of that
Would
track.
they be using the paddle shifters in those then?
I don't know what they're doing in those. That's completely different to what I teach. Probably not. Most people that want to go around that track just want to go around in automatic mode. And
I don't want to have a go in manual, so...
but you've got to remember all those people that are over there, they can all drive. They've all got driving licence, so things like pedal shift doesn't...
There's a duck.
Don't do it for someone that does it all the time, do you know what I mean? Yeah, there's duck up in here all day messing about on the water. Don't run him over.
I won't.
He's been sat up on the wall most of the day. Now he's having a little swim lap. It's usually 2, but he's on his own today. Hitch your right slightly. We're going to come out by the gate. Right slightly. He's bobbing around in the waves.
Am I okay with it?
Yeah, you're fine. He's a sensible duck, he moves. Slightly to your right, and then we'll go back out through the gateway.
I don't want to hurt the duck. I like ducks.
So ease off your gas as you're going through.
I've really enjoyed this today. This was
Good.
a lot of fun. I got to drive automatic and manual, so I think my favourite was this, because I got to go on off-road as well. So.
Yeah, it's completely different off-road, isn't it?
Yeah.
Completely different. See, the manual drive's more like, you know, getting you ready to get on that driving licence, getting on the road and things like that. So keep going, just keep it going at steady speed. Whereas this is just about having a bit of fun, getting over bumps and getting the car back in one piece. So as we come up at the end, come up through the cones at the end there, and we're going to turn left.
Like the square steering wheel as well. I feel like
The squared off bottom, yeah.
It's better.
So, ease off your gas as you come to the top, take it round to the left. No gas, and we'll stop here, straighten your steering wheel. That's it, lovely. Right, very gently as you come to a stop, completely stops, you don't end up on the other track. Right, so very gently tap the gear stick upwards, and that'll put you into neutral. That's it. Now you can turn that low range button off, then push the button in on the end of your gear stick. So remember the one on the tip, that's it, push that one in. That puts it into parking mode. Now you can relax your feet, your car can't go anywhere. This one, turn it back to comfort mode here. And the car will lower itself down now because you've told it you want to go back on road driving. So it just put everything back to where it wants to be. Right, I'm just going to fill your book in here.
Okay.
So this book is just a record book of what you've done here today. Right. So if you do come back again, bring it with you. And your yarn large you've got around your neck, because you do go on to get free gifts as well. And it's nice that if you do come back again, you've got all your experiences in one book. That's really good to do. But yeah, as I said, if you want to take a manual driving licence, what my suggestion to you would be is if you did come back and do an hour manual,
Yeah.
and you'll be surprised, you'll be able to get up into third, fourth gear, reverse parking, and getting a lot done, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once you've passed your test, then you can play around with all the cars and having lots of fun. But you want to get a driving licence, don't you?
Yeah. I think maybe next time I do come here, I might do an hour on this as well.
Yeah, an hour on this, you can get to cover virtually all the course. So we've only done a little bit of it today. When you're over there for a whole hour, you can get it all done, really.
What can you do on these? Is it all touchscreen?
No, these are not touchscreen. All the new A classes are touchscreen at the front.
What other stuff can you get in the back then?
There's nothing in the back of these ones, they're all basic.
But in those, what can you get in those? And
The ones we use here, there's nothing in the back, they're just all basic, just nothing added extra.
So you can get all sorts of extras in the back.
Yeah, you can build a car to have what you, if you're buying it from a new build, that's how you want. We did have some last year that had screens in the back of the headrest, but they was never used, so I don't get why we had them.
So now they're not on there. They've got different things on them now. What?
Okay, so thinking about your first drive, you're going to score yourself between 1 and 10. 1 being a complete beginner, 10 being a perfect driver. Okay, so think about your first drive in the manual car. How would you score your gear changing? So are you doing it at the right time? Are you listening to the engine? Are you getting the right gear? Just, it's your books, it's for your records only.
So I'd probably say for the gear change, probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Yeah, I agree with you on that, actually. I think that's about right for you. You wanted to do them a little bit early to start with, but then you started listening to the engine and it come together nicely. What about the clutch? When you're bringing your clutch up, working with your clutch, changing gear with your clutch, moving off with your clutch, how would you score your clutch control?
Probably 3 or 4 maybe.
Yeah. Okay, what about, thinking of your off-road drive, what about those elephant steps we went over?
Maybe a 4 or 5.
4 or 5. And on the off-road course, in general, what about your control?
I'd probably give myself a 6.
6 on control. Okay, so my scores are along the top line, yours are along the bottom line. I agree with you, on the gears, I've given you a 4 to 5 as well. You're knowing when to change gear. As I say, to start with, you wanted to do it a little bit fast. We sorted that out, you was doing it at the right time. Your clutch, you said 3 to 4, I've given you a 4 on clutch. Your clutch control's really nice. I know we've done a lot of work with your clutch control when we come off the track a little bit, so you didn't have to worry about anyone being behind you. But you was getting it. So all you've got to remember is keep that heel on the floor. Clutch control. Don't let you want to feel like you're in control of that clutch. It's not in control of you. And as soon as you lift your foot up and the heel off, the spring in that clutch is stronger than your leg. So just always keep the heel on the floor, then you've got control.
I felt like part of the smart car, it was too small for my shoes, and I kept catching my shoe there.
If you feel like, just move your seat back slightly, because believe it or not, there's more room in the smart car than there is in the A class.
Really?
Yeah, taller people are more comfortable in the smart car than there is in the A class.
Oh yeah, because
it's got a lot more space.
It's got a higher roof.
In the A class, I have to have my seat right back when I'm sat in this position for these pedals this side. In the smart car, I don't. I have to move it forward because I can't reach the pedals. It's surprising. You think it's a small car, but it's actually got a little space inside. Right, there's your book. We're going to swap seats now.
Okay.
Be careful with your legs as you get out. Remember, we've been through water. The car side of the car might be a bit wet and mucky. All right? Have you had fun though?
Yeah.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah.
That's alright, that's all that matters, isn't it? That was weird, we both moved at exactly the same time then.
There's an animal there. That fox?
Fox, yeah. There's 2 obvious foxes that live here. There's a really little scrawny one, and he's like a nice healthy one. And over on the off-road course there's 4 deers, and there's one that always walks. There's 3 that always stay together, and one walks around on his own, and he's got half a leg missing because he got caught in the fence. And since he's had half his leg missing, he's sort of always on his own, and I feel so sorry for him. The deers was out this morning actually, over on the course. I haven't seen them this afternoon.
Some of these have different detailing. So the silver one there has a different front bumper.
Yeah, they'll all be completely. Sometimes you can get like all the cars have different wheel trim or different wheel sizes, different. Yeah. Some are 5 spoke, some are 10 spoke. We've got some very very brave people here, trusting my driving. I wouldn't personally, but... Right, so your parents are inside, so if we wait till Felix goes back over to the... let me just turn